Okay, well, hi everyone. Welcome back to this little health chat we have going on for IMPaX World and Ion Thrive. I'm glad to see some of you are already on the call. I know we're going to have a few more joining us as we go on. This will be recorded, so if somebody wants to get the information, look at it later, that should be available to you. But I just wanted to kind of give a shout out to everyone. I hope you're having a happy and healthy week. Spring's coming around the corner, and I feel like the whole country is kind of maybe poised to take a turn around the corner for our health. And it's on everyone's minds that we just want to do things that keep our immune system strong and our mindset strong. There's been like almost an epidemic of anxiety and depression and things happening just because of what's happened in the world. So it's great to kind of connect with a community like IMPaX World, IMPaX Health, where people are very mindful, kind of spirit, soul, and body, that everything about what we're doing in our lives, it can be better. That we live with a purpose, that our health matters because we can't really fulfill our destiny or walk in our calling or do all the amazing things that are out there for us to do if we don't have our health and our strength. So here tonight, the main purpose is we're kind of getting together is we just kind of want to talk about some of the ways we can make our health better. Some of the things that we can do, what's in our control. So much is out of our control, but there's a lot of things that are in our control. And so we want to kind of take a hold of the things that we can manage, things that we can do to make our immune system stronger and to make our bodies healthier and to handle all of the toxins and free radicals and stuff that just comes at us from the environments we live in. And even that there's like a business model. There's a way that while we're doing all those great things and sharing it with our friends and family and relatives and coworkers and people we know, that we actually can earn money while we're doing it. So we would kind of want to talk about all those things. So to begin with tonight, we just want to talk about some of the benefits of hydrogen water. If you're on this call, you know that Ion Thrive has, we have an alkaline water machine and we have a hydrogen water machine. And both have incredible benefits to them. And actually next week, next Tuesday's call, we're kind of break down the difference between alkaline water and hydrogen water and figure out which one is best for our family, which one's best for our health, because we're all unique. We all have different situations, and no such thing as a one size fits all solution in the world. You're a unique individual. You've got individual health needs and goals. And so next week you want to tune in because we're going to really kind of break down the comparisons between alkaline water and hydrogen water, just so we really understand what are the benefits of both. I know there's people out there who actually have both machines because they want the benefits of alkaline water and they also want the benefits of hydrogen water. But if you could only choose one, it'd be great if you could figure out what's the best one for you, for your family. So stay tuned for that next week. But this week, we're going to go over some of the benefits here of hydrogen water. And, here we are at this, we're a year into that global coronavirus pandemic. And definitely immunity has been on our minds in a big way. Clearly, people who had compromised immune systems, not only were they at higher risk of contracting the coronavirus, but those who had, underlying health conditions or additional risk factors, additional complications with their health, man, they really, really suffered through the coronavirus and had a much higher mortality rate. So immunity is a big thing on our mind, not just for the coronavirus that's, very present and sort of in our rearview mirror and hoping we're turning the corner. But, as with all things, we don't know what's next around the corner. Is that coronavirus going to mutate, or what's going to be the new novel virus that comes out of who knows where, or, just the things that we face in the world, there's a lot of uncertainty. So we need to do what we can to make sure our immune systems are strong and healthy. And I know that hydrogen water really does aid our body's defense systems. It keeps those invading organisms and those free radicals and those substances, all those things that are kind of out there floating around that attack our bodies and weaken our immune systems. The hydrogen water really plays an important role in boosting our immunity. And I would be remiss if I didn't talk just for a second that the role of belief and faith, the role of positivity and a good mindset, the role of just movement. Even if you're not an exercise person, there's just positive benefits to moving around, getting your body to move more, even if it's just music while you're cleaning your house or making dinner and those kind of things. And of course, I am a firm believer. I'm an Enterprime evangelist. I have been on Enterprime, I think, close to 14 years now. And I never, ever want to be without it. It has just been my staple. It has been my rock staple. So, Enterprime, and of course, healing water, clean water, which is accomplished, the filtration system, both of the Ion Thrive hydrogen water machine and the Ion Thrive alkaline water machine. There's this incredible filtration system that it goes through to get out heavy metals and, the small dissolved solids and waste products that are in the water that we don't even know are harming us or hurting us. Extra things, additives that they put in the water, chlorine and fluoride and all sorts of things that they're putting in our water that if you're drinking enough water, man, you're getting heavy doses of that stuff. So healing water is a real important benefit to making our immune system strong. Okay, so we know hydrogen water is a therapeutic. And what does that mean? It's something that helps us fight certain diseases and prevent. It helps both with combating as well as prevention. And of course, my love for all things is to prevent stuff. And all of us who have good health, boy, you really want to focus on that prevention. But some of us have had something, it's in our genetics or it's in our history, or, we've had a disease attack us or people we love. And so how do we get them back on the right road to health? What can we do that helps them improve that situation and make it better? And so, hydrogen water works at the cellular level, all the way down to that tiniest building block. That's where the hydrogen water really, really helps us, right? It comes across the cell membranes. And, if you can go back to your 7th, 8th, 9th grade biology classes, or, maybe you had a great biology professor like I did, and I can almost picture that cell diagram with the mitochondria and the nucleus and the cytoplasm and all those things. But the cool thing about hydrogen is it's such a small molecule that hydrogen literally will go across the blood-brain barrier. Now, that's something very, very important to remember, because it gets down there in that blood-brain barrier and it does all kinds of really great things for us. So in our body, we all have between 30 and 40 trillion, like bigger than the stimulus package, 30 to 40 trillion cells make up our bodies. And every single day, somewhere between 50 and 70 billion of those cells die off and need to be reproduced. Okay, so the thing is, when we've got anything going on in our bodies, every day, 50 to 70 billion cells are dying off and being replenished. So if we're doing things that are healthy at the cellular level, and we start that process, okay, so every time we're making new cells, those 50 to 70 trillion cells, if we're doing healthier things, that's why healthy habits begin to pay off over time. Because as those cells regenerate, if we're giving them the right things, we're gonna have healthier cells. 50 to 70 billion a day getting replaced and replenished. By the time, I don't know the exact figure how long it takes for every cell in our body to be totally regenerated. But if you pick up a new healthy habit, 90 days later, you're going to feel like a better person. And a year later, you won't even recognize yourself if you keep up with a new healthy habit that long, simply because the cells regenerate, and the healthier our cells are, the healthier we are. So I know the hydrogen water has properties for, that anti-oxidation. Oxidation is what makes like a pole rust. When we cut open a vegetable and it turns brown, that's oxidation or aging. We get those little spots on our faces and our hands that tell us how old we are. That's oxidation. Well, hydrogen water kind of helps with that, slows down, and in some cases even can begin to reverse oxidation. So like it even has like anti-aging properties, but it slows down oxidation. The big one is that it's an anti-inflammation. Inflammation is like, it's like the root cause of disease. It's the root cause of pain at every level, whether it's allergies or viral infections or bacterial infections or disease processes. At the core, at the root, inflammation is a culprit. It's like in the top suspects can round up the usual suspects of any illness, ailment, or malady, and inflammation is your main guy. So anything you can do that fights inflammation is going to make you stronger and healthier, build your immune system, and sort of combat. So the anti-inflammatory properties of hydrogen water are a big deal. And they just protect the cells. The hydrogen that's found in hydrogen water, because it gets across that blood-brain barrier, it literally can kind of penetrate through cell walls, and it provides protection for your cells. Here's something really important. And we've got, there's a postcards you can get for yourself or to hand out. You can get those by just calling IMPaX World or emailing. Let's see, I think it's info. Let me check, double check, make sure I'm giving you guys the right email address. It's going to be, well, they'll have to type it in, or we'll get Anita to tell me. I know Kim sent it to me, but I don't know. Email them. You can get the postcards. We've got them available for you. And on one side, it's going to talk about, here we go, that hydrogen water is a therapeutic for 8 of the top 10 causes of death in the United States. 8 of the top 10 causes. That this is a known therapeutic. And can I say this? It has no known side effects. Now, what drug can you talk about that has no known side effects to it? Right now, there are no known negative side effects for upping your hydrogen intake. There's even, there's a lot of hydrogen therapies. It's something that people do, that hospitals will do some increased hydrogen therapy. So, so let's just kind of talk here a little bit about kidney disease. Right here, you see that nephritic nephrosis. So how does hydrogen water help that? Well, the short answer is that it limits or reverses cell damage through antioxidation, right? And I know there's a lot more to it, and if you've got this situation, this is worth doing some research for. But right now, know that it helps with it by limiting or reversing cell damage, and it's largely through those antioxidants, those antioxidation process. That's how it really combats kidney disease. With diabetes, I know it inhibits glucose, and it helps produce the kind of things we need in our blood that can bring us back into balance. Even things like flu and pneumonia. Hydrogen water is like a promising treatment for this. It's a no toxic therapy that can literally help with bacterial infections. Plus, it decreases inflammation, which is really important when that mucus and things get in the lungs and begin to cause inflammation. It's very difficult to breathe. When our lungs are inflamed, as with flu or pneumonia or coronavirus or anything else that attacks our respiratory system, inflammation is a big deal. So hydrogen water is a known therapeutic for this. Same with Alzheimer's and dementia. Now listen, my grandmother suffered with Alzheimer's the last 10 years of her life. It was very difficult. And my aunt now is really showing the signs of dementia and beginning to just have some serious issues with this. And boy, I'm trying to get her to understand the importance, one, of just plain old hydration. People with Alzheimer's and dementia forget to drink. They're never hydrated enough. So there's something about when you have hydrogen water, the water molecules, like it's got this small and it penetrates and it kind of amps up the hydration value. It also reduces inflammation and reduces oxidative stress. So there's some real promising research out there how hydrogen water can really be a therapeutic for those suffering with Alzheimer's or dementia. All right, now malignant tumors. Okay, I'm not saying that hydrogen water cures cancer. Let me just make that disclaimer. What I am saying is that research is showing that hydrogen water has been a recognized therapeutic that can inhibit tumor growth. And again, this has to do with the reducing of oxidation in the body. So it's kind of the same culprit over and over again, right there, inflammation, oxidation, these are at the root of all these diseases. Same thing with cerebrovascular disease, reduces inflammation and oxidative stress. Chronic respiratory disease, again, an anti-inflammatory, and prevents what is known as ROS, which is reactive oxygen species accumulation. And one that's not here on the postcard, and that's just a typo that we didn't get it on there, was cardiovascular disease. Big deal. This is probably the #1 killer in the US. And how does hydrogen water help with this? Well, can you guess? You got it. It helps reduce inflammation and the things that come from radiation and ischemia and reperfusion and all those kind of things. So hydrogen water is a known therapeutic that really can be helpful with 8 of the top 10 causes of death in the United States. So that's just kind of a quick breakdown of some. These are just some of the benefits of hydrogen water, and there's so much more that we could go into, and we will across time as we go through these dates. Um, so we'll talk about what would it look like for you to build your own Ion Thrive business. Um, and so kind of that starts with, as with all things, the very first thing is, man, you got to be a believer. You got to try it. You got to try it for yourself. You know, anytime I've ever, like I said, I'm an Enterprime evangelist, Enterprime in Delta E. Everywhere I go, I get my friends to try it. Just try it, see if you like it. And inevitably they'll try it, and then they'll want to sample it for a season, get on it, and once they're on it, man, then they want to get on the auto ship, and they just love it. They love the products. They're on them for years and years and years. So it's just simply it's something that I have tried myself. Therefore, I'm a believer. Once I'm a believer, it's made my life better. I want to tell you, you try it, see if it makes your life better. And if it works for you, then man, you want to do this. And it just kind of grows like that. So it's not high pressure. It's not like slick marketing and making cold calls. It's not anything like that. It's just that, man, I tried this stuff. And I've got an alkaline water machine. I'm really excited about the potential of getting a hydrogen water machine. I have an alkaline water machine. Again, I'm such a believer. I've seen what amazing things it's done for myself and my family and our health. So like naturally, I just want to share it with everyone. This is what it's done in my life. Man, you've got that problem. Let's see. Have you ever considered the water you're drinking? It's the building block. How much of our body is absolutely made up just simply from water? So, okay, Anita, if you could just throw up the promotions, the Ion Thrive promotions that we've got going on, which has the regular compensation plan as well as, there it is. It has a regular compensation plan as well as like, what's the bonus? We got this thing going on all the way through May. Here we are, we're just about to, so we got April and May. So you've got like 8 weeks. Got 8 weeks for us to kind of move into this situation here. So I just want to kind of go over this quickly. And we talked about last week, a hydrogen water machine is $2,950. Alkaline water machine is $2,450. So they're just $500 apart. And again, next week, we're really going to highlight what the main differences are, what the main benefits are, so you can choose. But just for now, we've got up the numbers for hydrogen water, and it's a similar plan for alkaline water, but these are just the numbers for hydrogen. So you can see if you were to purchase 1 to 2 units at full price, and listen, one of those units can be yours. One of those units can be your own unit. 1 to 2 units at full price. You see that regular commission you would get is $250 off of that unit. This makes you a 1-star when you've purchased or sold 1 to 2 units. Okay, so you would get a $250 commission on each of those units. And then now just through the end of May, they're doing a 50% matching bonus. So that would give you an additional $125. So total, when you sell a unit, your commission is $375. It's pretty decent commission just for sharing something that you already know that works for friends. So if you move on up to a 2-star here, which is that you sell 3 to 5 units, and here's the important thing, it has to be in 2 consecutive months, which works because this is going April and May. So you want to sell these in April and May. If you sell 3 to 5 units, and one of those can be yours, so that is really 2 to 4 units plus your own. So you see that the regular commission is $500, the matching bonus is $250, which would be a total commission for each unit you're selling, $750. So you sell a unit, you get a check for $750. So listen, you don't have to do this. If just here at 2-star, you can pay for your own machine. You could completely pay for your machine just by getting to that 2-star level. If you were to do 5 units there, you'd have it more than paid for. And I believe we just did have some folks that, a matter of fact, we interviewed them last week, but we failed to mention that they had congratulations on that they had become 4 stars. And all he's done is he's just added like one of those little magnet signs to his business van where he's out and about. And he's such a believer of what the water has done for him, what it's done for his wife's health. And we heard just amazing testimony. They just share it everywhere they go. And they actually just hit that 4-star, where every machine for the month of April and May, every machine that they sell, they're going to get a commission check of $1,500 on every unit, which that's awesome. And you're like, whoa, well, that sounds like a lot. Okay, but most companies, they have to spend so much money on advertising. It costs a lot for radio and television, and you buy email lists, and you know how your name gets sold and all that stuff. It costs a lot of money to advertise. Well, instead of putting the money into advertising, IMPaX World likes to put its money into people. They believe that the people using the products are the best advertisement available. So instead of spending that money, what's set aside for these kind of commissions, instead of spending that money on advertising, they'd really put that money back into your pocket for good use. That you are the best bet. You're the best investment to them. That one person who's had their life changed is worth 100 television ads. So you can see here on this bottom of this postcard how Rich and Kathy, they'd already, and we did this postcard I think a week or two ago, that they were looking at this as paying it forward. And like I said, I think these are the guys who have just gotten to 4-star. So they had already sold a machine and made a $1,500 commission. And that was just, in the first week of the promotion. I promise we're going to hear from them in the next couple of weeks, what they've done. Same thing, Justin Abramson, just in this little promotion where you've got this bonus, man, that he'd already earned $1,450. And that was just like in the first week of the promotion. So I just want to kind of point this out. You can see it's really simple. It's laid out. That's what your regular compensation is across that white bar on the top. The 50% bonus is this limited time. It's only through May, and that only applies to you. That doesn't keep bumping up all the way up your upline. Oh, and so ding, ding, ding. That means if people who buy a machine from you then start selling machines, something is going to roll up to you. It doesn't look like this, but there is something that rolls up to you. So, it's just one of those things. It's the gift that keeps on giving. So I just really wanted to make you aware of this. It's here. These postcards, you can call IMPaX World or email IMPaX World, and we've got these postcards live at the office that you could share with other people. Pass them out, leave them around wherever you go. Maybe put your name on them, your telephone number or email address, something. Use these for your benefit to help you build your business. And this is exciting. This 50% matching bonus, this is a big deal. This takes money out of IMPaX World's pocket. It's an extra bonus. It's an incentive for us to kind of kickstart things. The whole world is considering health right now, as the eyes are on the pandemic and eyes are on vaccinations and all that kind of stuff. And so let's capitalize on the conversation people are already having. This time we'll go ahead and I'm going to just tease a little bit next week. Like I said, we're going to really go over the benefits, the difference between alkaline water and hydrogen water, which one's best for your family. I think we might have someone on who's going to kind of demonstrate the machine and go through the paces of what the machine does and how it works. And listen, I just want to invite you to invite your friends and family onto the call. Invite them for more information so we can tell them the benefits of what's happening with water, how it's getting into our cells and making a big difference at the cellular level. We'll hear some testimonials from people who have had major, like with Wayne, he's a 5-time cancer survivor, that this hydrogen water, alkaline water, enterprime delta E, this has been like his foundation. He's a miracle. He shouldn't still be with us. And not only is he with us, he's still running marathons, and he's healthier than he could possibly imagine. Like it's exciting. Last week we heard from Kathy, the same thing, where she had cancer, and that cancer is now completely gone. And it was just for her that getting on enterprime and alkaline water, and now she's added hydrogen water to her regimen, that she's really seen a miracle recovery. So I want to encourage you just to invite. Who could you possibly invite? We're going to keep the call to 45 minutes tops, so we can, not linger all night. And also, if you've got some questions you want answered, you can email the office. You can email IMPaX World or call in with your question, and we'll try to make sure we have got, really solid answers. I'm the kind of person, I will answer anything I know. And if I don't know, I'll tell you I don't know, but we've got experts at our fingertips. Greg M., who's the founder of the company, he's one of the most detailed researchers you've ever met. He's so smart. He just has an incredible brain for engineering, and he's fascinated by medicine and the processes of the body. And, sometimes I can get in the weeds with him and be like, whoa, I need it in language that I can understand. But what I love about him is that he doesn't ever answer you that he hasn't got, tons and tons and tons of research backing up what he's doing. So we're going to have access to those experts so we can learn more about this, learn more about what it would look like. If you're ready to purchase a machine, if you want to purchase a machine, you can call the office. You can find out. You can find out how to, you can just do that. You can order a machine. They've got some available. We don't have financing or payment plans or things like that, but they'll take a credit card or cash. And so you can call and get your machine. You can get started right away. I've got mine. We moved into a new house and started renovating. Well, one of the first things we had to do was make sure I can have my water machine hooked up. Can't go without my water machine. Kathy Saunders, if you're on the call, would you like to share with us something about your recent doctor's appointment? Kathy, are you on the call? Are you willing to share with us?
Yes, I am.
Yay, thanks, Kathy.
I wasn't sure if I was unmuted yet.
You did it, girl. You conquered the technology.
I was trying to get on the chat, but I didn't get there soon enough. You guys got ahead of me. So yeah, I have just a couple things to add to the hydrogen. And I get PET scans every 6 months. And so my last 2 PET scans, and this to me is, I credit the hydrogen machine. It came back and it said that my inflammation has been reduced. And the last 2 PET scans that I've gotten, that's what it said, that my inflammation is just getting better and better. And I just credit it to the hydrogen because I really haven't done anything besides the hydrogen. And then the other thing was this, I just had my doctor's appointment to go over my results, which was less than 3 weeks ago. And she told me that looking at all I had a couple tests done and some blood tests done. And she was telling me, her comment to me was, your organs are really, really healthy. Those were her words. And,
wow. And Kathy, you had cancer, correct? You talked to us last week. Like the reason you got on Enterprime and got on the water in the first place was because you had a really rough diagnosis and were like feeling hopeless and got on this. And
right, yeah, because I got diagnosed with stage 4 incurable cancer, and they basically told me there was really nothing more they could do. So that's how I got introduced to alkaline first, and IMPaX, and I started going up there, started drinking the water, and that's what it started. That in Enterprime. That's amazing. And then within 6 months, just from doing all of that, my cancer was reduced in half. And then within 9 months, I was in remission, and I've been in remission for 2.5 years now.
Now, if I'm correct, you guys, you've hit 4-star status. Is that correct?
I think so. Yes. My husband would know. Yes, but I think so.
That's exciting. That's so exciting that you've hit that 4-star status. And tell us about how do you introduce the water to people? How do you approach someone? Because that's half the battle, is you don't want to seem weird or pushy or whatever. But
right,
you got a story like this, you almost can't help but tell it. So maybe if you mind, just tell us, how do you go about sharing the water, and how do you facilitate getting them to purchase machines?
Okay, so my husband's right here, and he's going to explain to you because he does most of the talking. I have sold a couple machines myself, but he's done most of it. So I'm going to let him explain it.
Brilliant.
Hey, how you doing?
We're doing good.
So I got a couple, 2 things to add to it. So how we got started was through a friend, and we went to the store and found out that the machine cost $2,500. And I said, oh, heck no, we're not going to buy the machine. We're just going to buy the water for $1.50 a gallon. So that's what we did. That's how we got started. After 2 weeks, I asked Kathy, I said, hey, how you like the water? Because we were driving back and forth from the Thomas to Folsom. So there was like a 45-minute drive. And I said, oh, do you like the water, Kathy? She said, I love the water. It really helps. So then after 2 weeks, we bought the machine.
Wow.
Yeah. And then by me showing the benefits to people, which I bring like a big jug of alkaline water with me. And I would share this wonderful water with everybody. I would let them try it out. I would pour them a glass. They would drink it. I said, don't this water taste just like the mountain? It's crystal clear. Now tell me, do you smell any type of chemicals in that water? In 5 seconds, they just give me the love. And that's it.
And that's it.
That's it. That simple, like that. And just telling people about my wife's story. And then after the story, let them try the water. If they try the water, if they don't like it, they doing some kind of drugs. Seriously. because if they're on drugs, they're not gonna taste how good the water is.
Right.
So otherwise, the water is fantastic. 10 out of 10. Someone's gonna like, I love this water. I can't believe it. So what I do is I said, I tell you what, if you don't have $2,500, I'm just gonna sell you the water. It's $1.50 a gallon, and that's it. And then when they buy it, they a few times, then they decide to buy, and that's my pay it forward to everyone else.
Yeah, that's an excellent point. I really love that, because a lot of people just that upfront cost of a machine, it seems scary to them, and you don't invest in something you haven't tried. So great
Well,
if you can sell the water to people or let them try a few gallons and offer to sell it to them, because you can do it right from your own tap. You need the right
yeah,
kind of containers. People can either buy their own containers or you can invest in some containers so that they can try it. I'm the
right.
same way. I send them Enterprime and Delta so they can try it first. They can try it before they buy it. And that's a really important key to do it. And obviously it's working for you. You've hit 4-star status. So I know you're
Yeah,
excited. I bet you're going to be earning it up here in April and May, because
definitely.
you can definitely at $1,500 commission per unit. It does not take very many for that to make kind of a big difference in what you've going on. And again, that's better than a stimulus package right there.
Oh, totally.
You won't
I
have to
think
pay
my
that
goal.
back in taxes.
I think my goal it's in this 2 months. If I can, I can. I need to do 10.
Your goal in
That's
2 months is 10. So each
yeah.
of these
That's
guys,
15.
we're gonna get an update from them how they're doing on
Yes.
their goal. And that's something, there's significant research that backs up that people who have a goal and who write the goal down are
Yes.
far more likely to get things done than people who won't put a goal into terms of numbers or a to-do list. So I encourage you right now, have a goal wherever
Yeah.
you
That's
are.
15 grand. Hey, that's
Maybe
a
your goal is to buy
15,000
your own
bonus.
machine.
That's a $15,000 bonus right there.
That's a $15,000 bonus if he sells 10 machines in these 2
That's
months.
it.
That's it. That's a big bonus with very, very little effort or investment in that. You don't have to buy the product and hold them. You just share about the product. Just tell people.
And I mean, the most important is not making money, because I have multiple businesses that bringing me money already. And so what I like to do is I want people to have good health. That's why I'm doing it. And when I'm
Right.
doing that, that's just a bonus for me.
No, it's
So
brilliant. I love
yeah,
it. I love it. So then
yeah, it's a
it's that
bonus.
easy, guys. It's just as easy as you trying it yourself and seeing what it does for you. And listen, write a goal down. Maybe share it in the chat or email it to us. What's your goal? What's your goal? Wherever you're at right now, what's your goal for the month of April? And just write that down. What do you want to do? Whether it's I need to buy my own machine, or hey, I want to share this and I want to sell 1 machine or 2 machines. What's your goal for the month of April? We've heard that he's got a goal to sell 10 between April and May, because he's at that $1,500 bonus level. That's a $15,000 bonus. So what's your goal? Where are you at? Where are you at? And just kind of stretch yourself. And listen, it can be as easy as just inviting someone onto this call with us. As easy as inviting someone to just join us next Tuesday night, that we'll kind of share it with them and do some of the work for you. And you'll hear some of these amazing testimonials right there from people. So it's not you saying, well, this is what happened to somebody I heard of. You'll actually hear from the person. So I want to invite you to that call to action. I want you to check in with IMPaX World and get a hold of some postcards. I want you, if you haven't purchased your own machine, either stop by the office and buy some of the water and start trying the water on your own. Or if you've been doing the water a while, consider that might be time for that investment. It might be time for you to invest in your own machine. And again, you could start selling some of that water or giving water to your friends. If you own a business and you've got a sink, you can start that. I have a friend who owns a dance studio, and what do? The kids want to fill up their water bottles all the time. They want to fill up their water bottles. Well, what if they have a machine in there and they can have them fill up water bottles and fill up gallon jugs and 5-gallon jugs? Like, there's a business. It takes literally the square footage of a sink and a small desk is all the square footage you need to turn that into income. At IMPaX Health, man, they're filling up water all day long. It's something, that foot traffic coming in for the water all the time. So I just want to encourage you. One, I want to encourage you to have a goal for your health. In April and May, what's a health goal for you? What's a health goal? Kind of write that down. Then what's a goal for you to share good health with others and pay it forward? And then what would be a financial goal that we can help build this business and grow stronger together? So those are the three things I want to leave you with. Listen, I hope that you just have an incredible week ahead of you. I want you to realize that you are a child of God and you are deeply loved, that everything that he has for you, it kind of starts with you being a good steward of your health, of your body, of your mind. So I just want to leave you that this is a great place to come. This is a great, almost family of people.
Yes.
And we are just going and growing, getting stronger every day, that we are kicking coronavirus's butt, and we are doing a great job to just move forward in excitement, a hopeful future. There's a hopeful future. We are mighty in spirit and excellent in the marketplace. So with that, I'm going to bid you all a wonderful evening and a good night. And I want to see you right here next week, same time, because we got more to cover. All right. Thank you. Good night.
Good night, everyone.